Stool Scenes, episode 94. Let's get right into it. Listen, the Ball in the Cup League, people don't really know what's going on with it. Let me tell you straight. It was a stupid game. We started playing. It was a fun little thing. Trent made the rule. You can only play once a day. You either get it or you don't. It became a flash pan sport. Everyone would crowd around. You'd get your one chance. It was very intense. It's like having one putt a day or something in a golf or something like that. It was more just the spectacle. It was more, the camaraderie than it was that serious. Kind of just fun. Take 3 seconds, you go, oh, everyone will go around. Something to do amongst, office workers. I don't know if there's an office in America that doesn't have something like that. A little fun thing. Kevin Clancy came around. He said, let me be in this league, whatever. He caught on. He just started doing it. He was disrespectful to Trent. There's a lot of controversy surrounding the guy. I'll let the footage describe itself. But he did make the league bigger. He did try to, get jerseys, get this and that. Some things are better left off on a grassroots level. KFC, on the other hand, he was, on a streak, and it is good for the league, and here we have him going for 5 in a row.
Been at Ampats every single year, and we have a Ball and Cup, and we play it all night long. So she said, I want to send a little piece of Iowa to New York with me. And I brought Ball and Cup to the office, and it has caught on like wildfire.
But I mean, so it's been here a couple years, and it only really popped recently.
Well, so I always had it kind of by my desk, and people would come over and do it every once in a while, but it kind of got annoying when they would stand there and just keep trying to do it. So I made up the 1 a day rule, so they would have to do it and then walk away.
One flip, and that's it.
1 flip every single day.
Trent has a spreadsheet where he's keeping track of everyone's performance.
Yes.
There are punishments that have been levied. Currently, as we speak at the moment, Henry Lockwood, he's suspended.
He is suspended indefinitely. You yourself caught a suspension there for a while.
Between the hangover, the tiredness, and I'll be honest, I'm not wearing my Tommy Johns today, and I'm a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you got to have everything in order. So, Jared, little swing, flips it up.
Fucking damn it!
Rocket. It was not bad. It was good form. I actually thought he had it.
Yeah, it looked
and
pretty
did
good.
Not translate.
Yeah. All right, Casey.
Casey Smith.
Here we go.
And the black on black. Don't hit the cups.
Yep.
She's doing a couple
boy.
pre-game swings. Flips it up.
No! All right.
This is
so Kevin Clancy is now standing in the radio room, going for 5 in a row. Never been done in the Ball and Cup League. It would be quite a moment. He's got 4 in a row right now. He's the villain of this league.
Folk it up, Kevin, because it's
Soak it
only
up,
alive
Kevin.
for a few more seconds, buddy.
He's swinging it. He's swinging
Swinging
it
it.
up. He got it! Folks, he got it! We have just witnessed history in this radio room.
5 in a row!
The NFL season is reaching a fever pitch right now. The climax of the season, if you will, the last 2 weeks going into the playoffs. People are booking their tickets to the playoffs or going home for the rest of the offseason. There's a lot of talk right now. Dave Portnoy says they should trade Carson Wentz. The Philadelphia Eagles are better with Nick Foles. That's what he thinks. Is it a troll? Is it real? Everyone's trying to debate, but it's starting to look like very pertinent advice. Adam Smith, Adam Ferrone, maybe they agree. We'll see.
Now you have new wrinkle. I can't even put out that block. Wentz for Brady. Who says no?
Listen, I may make that deal.
That's what I'm saying. Wentz for Brady.
I may make that deal.
And we get Brady for the
But why do you want
first 13 games of the season, and then Foles is the closer. Obviously, we bring Foles in for the playoffs. You went to your Super Bowl.
You guys probably have home field if he plays the whole season. Honestly.
Bro, I don't hate it, bro. You sat on a good one. You landed on a good one. You and Willie, man. Congratulations to you. Kudos to you. And kudos to us as well. We can enjoy this one together.
I'm happy for you guys.
You were right, and we're living good. I'm not mad. You sat on a good team.
After sleeping on it, you any less worried or?
No, I'm worried. Listen, I call it as I see it. It's like every year the Patriots are the best. Right now they're not playing good and the season's winding down, so shit. I mean, I wouldn't want to fucking play them with somebody else. It wouldn't shock me if they go and win the Super Bowl, but my confidence level is not as high as it's been in, I should say it's as low as it's been in a long ass time. Like, I mean, they don't look good. They just don't look good, so.
Who are you most afraid of in the AFC?
It literally has nothing to do with anybody else. I'm not afraid of anybody in the AFC. Lose the Dolphins, lose the Steelers, haven't lost 2 games in December in like fucking 100 years. So, I mean, it literally has nothing to do with other teams. We just may not be that good. But there's no way like, oh my God, they're good. We're just not playing good. We can't fucking beat those teams. Come on. So.
Do you agree with Dave's take they should trade Wentz?
No.
Why?
Why would they?
I mean, Foles clearly winning more games.
So Nick Foles is older, has proven not to be a starting quarterback in basically every other way possible, and is in the last year of his contract. So here's the thing. Once anybody who watched the Eagles this year and last year could tell that, yes, Foles at times is a gamer. He's one of the best playoff QBs in history, as proven. Wentz is a better overall quarterback. However, Doug Peterson is a lot better of a play caller and game manager and coach when Nick Foles is in there. For whatever reason, they look better when Foles is in there. Not only that, everyone just kind of steps up. Last night against the Rams, Nick Foles had all day back there to dance around and chuck balls. Last week against the Cowboys, Wentz drops back, he's hit right away. Like, they're just a better team right now when Foles is in there, but Wentz is the better quarterback. I can't explain it, but no, I'm not giving up on Carson Wentz.
Would you trade Wentz for Brady?
Would I trade Wentz for Brady? No, I wouldn't.
Right now, you wouldn't trade Brady for Wentz?
I would not do that.
Fights, would you trade Tom Brady for Nick Foles? No. Why?
I wouldn't trade Tom Brady for absolutely anybody.
But Nick Foles beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl last year. Who's Super Bowl MVP? Why wouldn't you trade for him?
Sometimes the worst quarterbacks win games.
I don't know, fights.
I
do that trade if I were you. Foles for Tom Brady right now. Tom Brady, he struggled the past couple weeks. Foles last night, he's a gamer. He's an absolute gamer. It's a good point. No, you went down like a coward instead of throwing the ball away, which could have been translated to a go-ahead
Which
field
happened
goal.
against Seattle a few years ago, and it was a pick six.
catching on.
So it's almost like he knows.
I'm with you. I said I'm riding with you, no matter what. He said you're doing something that's not catching on. I'm saying we're making it catch on.
You started off your conversation by saying he's been struggling for the past couple of weeks.
Yes.
Simply incorrect.
In a row. What would you go? You say that's winning? That's not a winner's mentality,
I
fights.
wouldn't say losing is winning. It's true.
Losing ain't winning.
I haven't been one to say that.
Stats. When you get stats shoved in your face, you don't know what to do. You'll be
It's
fucked.
true. I collapse like Brady against
Winning
the
ain't
Dolphins.
losing, brother. Winning does not equal losing.
Fifth best quarterback according to QBR
Eli Manning.
is a man named Mitchell Trubisky.
Well,
QBR overrates running so much.
Eli's much higher.
Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Phil Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Mitch Trubisky.
wow.
No big deal.
Daniel, how real is this pinky shit? Because now
It's
like, are you gonna do
real
like
as
a piece of skin, or are we cutting part of that thing
cutting
off?
from the nail up.
Maybe if you listen to the Yak, you would know.
The nail up.
Nail up.
Nail up.
You
I
thought
still
about
think
it.
the Texans stink.
I think everyone stinks.
I really think that not everyone stinks.
Everyone in the AFC stinks.
The Chargers do not stink.
The Chargers stink.
Okay, they do not stink.
Okay.
I just don't think they're. I think they can be had. I don't think they're as good as their record. Like the teams they've beaten, not that impressive, and a few of them they struggled with. So I feel like Deshaun Watson, you can bottle him up.
He could what?
You can bottle him up.
Oh, I don't think so. Who in the AFC, other than like Luck, has been better than Deshaun this year at quarterback? No, Mahomes, obviously.
Tom
Mahomes,
Brady.
obviously. No,
Phillip
definitely
Rivers.
not Tom Brady. Nope.
I mean, what statistics are we going off of?
Other than yards, touchdowns, and wins.
Yeah, I mean, there's like, if you want to go off
it's one more
statistics, Phil Rivers has been a better quarterback. I mean, Deshaun has 24 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
What a bum. Rivers has a much better running game.
But that wasn't the argument. No, I mean, QBR was a joke. QBR is a joke.
I know.
That was a joke. Rivers has 31 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Okay.
So,
One of
more
them-
yards for Rivers,
one of them
better
came-
completion percentage.
One of them came off torn ACL.
Wait, but this is a
Missed the whole
totally
first
different argument.
one. Actually, he was playing better. You started
Phil
saying
Rivers is playing better than
statistics-
Deshaun
He
Watson.
has better stats.
He's playing better than Deshaun Watson. You
not
can't be like, well, Deshaun Watson's playing off of an ACL, so...
I was saying for
his-
September. So you take a look him up from October 1st.
First of all, spit that out.
I have to. I don't have a cup. I don't have a cup.
Get the trash can
No trash is in this office.
right there.
Yeah, I mean, Rivers been pretty lights out the last month, too.
So is Deshaun.
Okay. But we just changed the argument like 6 times.
No, we didn't. You were the one who changed it to stats.
You said no one's
I
been
said who's
playing
been
better in the
better.
AFC.
That's not true.
Yeah,
I said
you said
Mahomes
no-
immediately.
And then I said Phil Rivers, and you're like, no, Deshaun's been playing better. I said, okay, well, except for all the stats.
And I said since October 1st. What was it?
that
Because I didn't bring up
changed the
stats.
argument.
But I didn't bring up stats. I just said playing better. One guy who has a better team around him.
But that's again like Phil Rivers is playing lights out.
So is Deshaun.
Okay, I think Phil Rivers is playing better.
Okay, I disagree. So you put no stock in having better players around you?
That wasn't the argument when we were talking about
What are
who's,
you talking
who's
about?
having a better year.
Of course that's better. Plays into the argument.
But you were like, who's having a better year than Deshaun Watson? I was like, Phil
Well, I
Rivers
said
and
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
I said Mahomes before anyone else said Mahomes.
Right.
I just
But
forgot
Phil
Kansas City
Rivers
was a
is
team.
having a better year than Deshaun Watson.
Melvin Gordon's had a
I'm
monster
looking
year.
at the stats, and yes.
Okay, Melvin Gordon hasn't had a better year than Lamar Miller, even with the injury.
I
that factors into it. When
Of
a
course it
defense
factors
has,
in.
When a
but-
defense has to play for one player versus two, it's obviously it changes
of course
things.
it does.
Right. So if the burden lays on one guy's shoulder,
But that was the argument, saying who's having a better year.
Right, and you said statistically Rivers.
Phil Rivers is.
So when you talk about overall play, because he has to do more, then I
The argument was who's playing better than Deshaun Watson. Right. And I think Phil Rivers and Patrick Mahomes.
Right, we both agree on Mahomes, but if you're not going to factor in total yards,
Okay,
I
but
don't
the
know.
argument is who's playing better, and like statistically speaking, Phil Rivers is having a better year than Deshaun
For
Watson.
just throwing the ball, he has more stats.
Okay.
But do you think he's playing better? Like who,
Yes, I think he's
who
playing
said
better. He's playing. He's had two like incredible comebacks on the road against two very good teams.
Yes, Houston-
Deshaun Watson had a comeback against the New York Jets.
Well, has Houston been blown out?
They've had a lot of close wins.
And they've had close losses.
Okay, and their defense is playing better. So
Their defense
that's
is playing
complimentary football.
I mean, the Chargers have a great defense too.
Who would you say is playing better right now, Steve Che? Phil
Steve
Rivers
Che's going to go
or
with
Deshaun Watson?
No, the original argument was who's having a better,
better
year.
year. Yeah, right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Rivers, why?
But who's playing
I have,
better?
I have a feeling I know who's on which side of each argument.
Who do you think's on which side? Deshaun Watson's nice,
Deshaun,
but
I mean,
Phil Rivers having a better year.
Phil Rivers is an MVP talk.
Yeah.
Sean Watson,
Deshaun Watson's not an MVP talk?
no.
Not really.
I've
crazy.
never heard his name mentioned one time.
I haven't
That'd be
either.
crazy.
He's also thrown some big time clunkers too.
Yeah, those were all in September.
No, he played against Washington. He had 208 yards of TD in 2 picks.
Last time I checked,
That's a
MVP
clunker.
That's
counts the
not
whole
good.
season.
That's a clunker. He's
No, it
also
doesn't.
he also against
What are you
Indianapolis.
talking
He only
about?
had one.
I mean, it
he
has
only had
recency
one
bias,
touchdown.
but it counts the whole season.
It definitely doesn't. That's maybe your worst take.
I mean,
He doesn't
it's
count.
not like
No,
he's
hold on.
lighting, he
Who's-
hasn't been
who's
lighting the
had a
world
better
on
year,
fire.
Phil Rivers or
Indianapolis,
Deshaun Watson?
He had 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions.
Yeah, no, the Cleveland
Phil
game was
Rivers.
no good.
Phil Rivers is having a year.
He's having a fucking
Phil Rivers
moment.
having a really good year.
He's having a
But
moment.
who's playing better though? That's the.
We're talking pinkies than Deshaun Watson.
Now Monday, KFC took his shot at history even further. He went for an unprecedented 6 ball in the cup in a row. When he didn't get it, things turned ugly. There's a lot of controversy surrounding his actions afterwards, and the commissioner had to come down on him.
Oh, here he is.
Commissioner is
comes
here.
Trent.
All right.
Commissioner Trent in the building.
Wrapped up his foreplay. We were discussing earlier the potential Clancy rules
I'm
change, which is
It's not a Clancy rule
Bullshit.
change. It's just that, people have been talking. I've been looking at some of the tapes, and people go high. You just can't be touching the cup. It has nothing to do with you performing so well recently and
Nothing
going on
to
a
do.
streak. It has nothing to do with that. Zero.
That's not true.
I mean,
Zero.
that is
It has
that
nothing
is
to
a
do with it.
ridiculous thing to say, but I'm gonna let you spew your lies for PR spin.
All right, so you have 5 in a row right now.
Yes.
So you're going for your 6th today.
This is like Roger Maris. It's like when he was going for 61, he had the cameras and media everywhere. Now, I just
I
flipped
got 4 cameras in my face,
I did
including
my-
that fucking weasel Ken Jack, who's always just lurking.
Yeah, he is.
He's always just lurking in my ball and cup.
I will say you do
Yeah.
have competition now because Brett
Brett-
Merriman
Brett's
has
sneaking up
4.
4.
The second member of the 4 group. You're the first of 5. You were the first of 4. You're trying to get 6 today, but there are people in this office who are good at it, and they're nipping at your heels.
See if he can get his hands on the cup like he normally does.
This is how I hold it every single time.
The Clancy rules, aka the only thing that no
I
one
am
else
holding.
does.
I am holding the cup exactly how I've held it every single time, and I have not even made an adjustment. It's not like I was like, "Oh shit, let me get it down."
I do not like that they're calling it the Clancy rules. It has nothing to do with Kevin Clancy's streak. Kevin is swinging. We're going for 6 here, folks.
Let's see.
Record. It'd be the first one ever.
The streak!
Oh,
The streak! Hold on, Dev. I gotta make sure I get the right angle. Hold on. Oh, that's great.
Nobody happier than
Oh, that's
YP
gonna
getting
work.
Right in
That's
Kevin's
terrible.
Camera.
That's terrible.
Oh, he just didn't do it.
No, that was not a flip.
That was thinking that shit.
If you think a guy who just almost had 6 of those, you think that was action flip. That was a fucking frustrated flip.
No, it was not. That was
If you think that was a real
region. No, yes, it was.
We will look at the tape.
controversy.
You gotta be kidding me.
That was reckless.
Yes, it was. I knew it.
There's a suspension for that. I'm never even coming back to the BICL. I'll make my own fucking league. I'll make my own fucking league.
We will go to the tape and we will decide if there's a suspension warranted.
Wow. Think that you'll get suspended, but I think that they're within their right to take a look at it.
Fine, you want to throw a flag or slap me on the wrist? Fine. A suspension?
For like fighting
A suspension?
Here's where you might run into some shit, is if they do decide to suspend you, the precedent is, what, 2 weeks?
Well, that's what I was going to
No, I
say.
think
And
he'll
he's
get a
already a
game.
second-time
I would
offender?
win.
For the good of the league, I would maybe even consider negotiating. I'll talk to my lawyer about it. Like, if you want to give me a 1-day suspension and I can just avoid a potential 2-week witch hunt,
No, I don't-
Gate witch hunt,
That won't
I
happen.
will.
There's no way it'll be a 2-week thing. I think it's like a 1-game, like.
I think what you're gonna get here is a 2-game. You're gonna appeal it, and it's gonna be whittled down to a 1.
Yes.
All right. I mean, Brady kind of set the precedent where you'd have to like fight to the death, but he ended up taking the 4 games.
I'm on the record as saying that it's something that you should not have done.
Yeah, he apologized.
Yes, you are. You said I shouldn't have done it.
Well, yeah, I shouldn't have put myself in this position.
He should get to flip once to see.
If you flip tomorrow, you should be like, all right, 2-week suspension. If you flip tomorrow, you get it in.
Yeah, make
then
it worse something.
then you don't get suspended.
That's unprecedented.
Or no,
Any
it should be
competitive
no,
league.
it should
You
be.
get to fight for your suspension.
No, you should have
That's
to
ridiculous.
flip today. You get 1 extra flip today to see if you get to flip for the rest of the week.
There is no way that a miss
Oh,
this
why don't
bad
you look? Why don't you look?
can be considered.
Why don't
like
you
an
take a quick
attempt.
look at
First
the
of all,
Zoom?
why would you attempt?
Wait.
Why would I do a second
You were
attempt?
pissed. Look, you tell us. We don't know.
Wait till you see the edit.
Record, the first one ever.
The streak is over. The streak ends at 5.
Damn.
It's over. Oh, nobody happier than YP getting right in Kevin's face with his camera.
Literally shoved the camera in his face.
It's over.
Shoved the camera in his face.
Look at this.
I think
comes off. He's trying to catch it with his hand. He's trying to catch it with his hand. You see him open his
I can't
hand.
believe you guys think this is bad for me.
I think
You see his. Oh, he opens his hand like he's trying to catch the ball with his hand.
there was a long pause.
The attempt-
Why don't you watch
The
this
attempt to
slow-mo?
position the cup underneath the ball.
Look directly
I don't
at it.
take my hand off of the stick.
There will be a press release soon.
I cannot believe
If you
that. Let me say, I value
careful.
you as a commissioner here, and I know that you will stay impartial and unwavering partiality.
None of this will weigh in on my decision of whether or not you will be suspended.
I am not afraid of the Ken Jack YP little fucking gossip.
All right. So what's the question? All right. I'll tell you.
So he does. This is his attempt, right? All right.
Is this
Misses,
an
it
attempt
is
to
what
get
it
the
is.
ball in?
Let him unbiased.
Or a
You don't
fucking
scream in his
flip
face.
to catch the ball in a frustration fit.
He's
that I
mad.
lost my
Everyone's doing his
Missed
reaction.
it. Got it.
I will say, people see it for the first time should see it in fast mode.
It doesn't even matter because you even say. You say. No, first of all, don't watch the slow mo.
It's bad.
Have you guys ever?
You
Who
are
would
such.
take the fucking hand off of the stick and the ball
Bro,
around?
why don't you take a look at this? He missed already.
Me, White. I think that he was just going for his hand. I think he was just trying to throw it back.
But you're not allowed to fuck with it after. You're supposed to give it
I
back.
feel that.
Wait, what did you say?
Very clear track.
You hear that? This guy's the biggest.
I come from an unbiased point of view as well, because I want to see you succeed. I also care about the rules of the game. But that was a clear
Listen, if you can find me, if you go back in your videotape and you can find me any try where I missed by that much while I
You
tried to
missed
catch
by
the
about
ball,
this much. We have the footage. You literally looked at it.
I have
All right.
never missed that bad in my life, and I have never tried to catch
Can we
the
ask
ball
a question?
over the
Can we ask a question?
Is it just Trent's decision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin, would you say that you moved your hand to try to catch it after it was in the air? Would you say that when you look at the tape?
I swing it and catch it. Yes.
I made a lot of.
That sounds like
Swing! He said it!
Just said it. He said it. It's over. I swing it.
It's
and
called
catch
a flip.
it.
It's an ascension flip. I swung it.
I swing it and catch it.
You cannot swing after you.
He said I swing it and catch it.
No, I physically
That
swing
is
it and
the
actually flipping it.
rules.
Two very different.
He
I'm
just
not worried
said the
about that
words.
at all.
I swing it and catch it. I swing it and catch it. No swings after the
Very
word.
cocky.
I call it a flip.
me-
First of all, was the ball physically swinging in the air? Yes. I swung
Did you
it
make a
and tried
move?
catch
Did
it
you make a
with
move
my
to catch
hand.
it?
Here's what I will say right now.
Also, by the way,
I'm not-
I let go of the stick. In what world is that a?
Even if
No,
there
you don't.
say there's not, say that maybe there wasn't a attempt, but you do need to be more respectful of the actual ball and cup itself, because we've had that in the past where people are throwing it around. not treating it-
That's a totally different issue. If you want to say that I'm reckless with the equipment,
Which-
understood.
yes.
If you are trying to say
This
that this
is
is like an
such
attempt
horseshit,
for me to
dude.
sink a cup,
You
Yeah.
just said
That
I
is
swing it and
ridiculous.
catch it. You said out there.
catch it with my hand, you dummy.
You're not
It's
allowed
clear-
to do that.
Why swing? He said swing.
It is clear
The
that
word
it
is
was
there,
not
right?
I'm saying it's clear it's not a second attempt.
Oh man.
Before you leave, I would like to know what suspensions,
Let's
what
leave the
punishment
room.
is on the table, because I would like to maybe discuss my options.
The punishment that is on the table is you being disrespectful to the ball and cup
Right,
equipment.
but what would be the official punishment levied for this?
It would be a 2-day suspension.
He's saying.
I will say.
All right, let's
I
let
would
him
like
make a
to.
decision.
I would like to. Well,
It clearly was not a second attempt.
So the
you
fact
guys
that you
trying to
keep
paint some
pushing
sort of
that
narrative
is
that it
crazy.
is insane.
all
we
he's
watch
talking
it
about
second
is me
swing?
being
That's-
reckless with the ball and cup. So
Yeah.
the fact that you guys are still
is
trying to
reckless.
push.
Did you see
that I'm-
Ken Jack's video?
We have long said, like, we barely let people touch it until it's their attempt. You had just done it, so you still had it in your hand.
That's
But
fine.
you do need to not be as reckless with
Can
the
I say
equipment.
this?
I would
He
like
knew he
you to
wasn't
know,
getting points when Hank did it.
sir, that in the interest of the league, because a 2-day
This is such
suspension
horseshit.
in a week where people are going to be going home for
You've
for
already missed it.
vacation and
Won't make a
everything,
difference. You won't.
I would be interested in copping a plea for a 1-day suspension. Potentially, if the
Oh, I thought he was
if the
innocent.
two games,
I thought he was
if the-
innocent.
He agreed he was reckless.
I would be amenable to that.
That will be taken into account. I'm going to drop a press release right now.
I watched what Tom Brady did
Can
with
we
the
also-
Deflategate, and he ended up losing that and getting a full 4 games. I'm not going to be as headstrong, and I will not let hubris be the downfall.
Can we also
the greatest
say this?
BICL
You guys, by the way,
champions
you guys these two arguing on one side, conflict of interest. Pretty clearly.
Number 2, do you have any comment on the lifetime ban that was threatened with a 3rd suspension? Do you have anything on that?
Wait, you didn't read the.
Did you not read the press?
No, I don't. I just came out here and Brett told me it's horse shit. Holy shit. After an intense and thorough review, Kevin Clancy is suspended from the Ball and Cup League for 2 days. Effective immediately, Mr. Clancy's suspension is a result of his actions during the 17th Mr. Clancy's blatant disrespect for the Ball and Cup equipment after his failed attempt was abhorrent and will not be tolerated under any circumstances. Okay, that's fine. I get all that. Contrary to, thank you. I would like to at least clarify that there was no second attempt. Anyone trying to push that false narrative is brain dead, and their intelligence has to be called into question. I also would maybe say their Ball and Cup integrity, and perhaps they need maybe a little tickler file on them to keep an eye on them. At no point was he making a second attempt. This is Mr. Clancy's second strike. Any additional strikes, he will receive a lifetime ban from BICL. That's worse than the 2-day suspension.
Well, you brought it up.
You
on
left
yourself.
me no room for error.
You brought it. Yeah.
We gave you
There
2
should be no
I
suspensions.
can't have,
video
I
saying,
can't
"Fuck
have
you,
another
Trump."
moment of passion. I can't have another moment where I slip up. I get banned
You
for
should.
life. Like
That's-
it's fucking steroids.
Bro,
or
That's what the
something?
press release says, doesn't it?
That is.
This league's been around for 2 weeks. You've been suspended all but like 1 day. So I would say
First of all, the league is on the map because of my performance.
That-
That's just a fact, YP.
false.
Trent,
We've been having this
how
for
good
a
have I
while.
been for the publicity?
You've
of
been great for the
BICL?
publicity.
Huge.
Yeah. You've been great.
Huge. If anything.
At what cost?
You know when people were like, "Why is Goodell going at Brady? He's like the poster child for
Yeah.
the way to behave in the NFL, and he's won." And
You're the poster child?
You should have been on my back. You should have had my side.
Nope.
But whatever, fine, I'll take it. The lifetime ban suspension, like you better fucking believe if there's any sort of third infraction that is even remotely questionable, my people will be coming for you. There will be legal.
wow, now you're threatening
Yeah.
the commissioner?
I'm just saying, you listen.
Choose your words carefully.
I'm just saying, the idea that one little slip up might result in me never playing again.
Well, now you're.
You know what? It's fine because I know you as a commissioner know what's better for the game, and when push comes to shove, you won't do that. Wow. So I'm fine.
Wow, he's trying to alpha you.
Wow, alpha.
Oh yeah, no. By the way, I'm feeling.
Okay, good.
Tuesday morning, Kevin Clancy came in with an appeal to his punishment. He had been suspended 2 games, as you just saw. He came in, he tried to, use flowery language, all these things, to convince Trent, a hardline commissioner, that he should have it reduced. Trent said no, suspension upheld. KFC, in what is a very ugly turn of events, he ended up smashing Trent's placard. And, much like the mouse in the palace, this is going to take a long time to come back from.
Or what?
I'm sick and tired of him following me around. Every time I come in this fucking room, Ken Jack comes in and is like, oh, he's trying to stir it up. Get the fuck out of here, Ken Jack.
KFC.
Get the fuck out of
Put
here.
this on my own Instagram.
No, you may
Film
not.
through the glass.
You're not. Yeah,
Film through the glass.
You can stand in the other room
Where's
if you
all
want
this
to.
rage coming from?
You've stirred it up too much. Get out of here.
Now that was a move.
Let's see how this
That's
league goes when I'm
commissioner
out there to
right
protect the shield.
Ken Jack, get out of here.
I would like to read my appeal now, which is kind of a 2-part thing based on my response to the punishment levied, and then as well as I would like to maybe point out some precedent that helps my case. December 17, 2018, Commissioner Trent Ryan suspended Kevin Clancy from the BICL for 2 days, citing reckless behavior with the official league equipment.
Correct.
First and foremost, Mr. Clancy adamantly and vehemently and wholeheartedly disagrees with the punishment levied. There is zero precedent for such punishment, which will be explained and detailed in this document. Secondly, I would like the record to state that I disagree with even the spirit of the decision itself. At no point was the ball, cup, or string in any sort of jeopardy.
Disagree.
As one of the premier players in the BICL, jeopardizing the equipment would be counterproductive to the growth of the league and my career. Makes no sense for me to do that. In interest of sparing the league any further embarrassment, and because I recognize I have once been involved in an incident,
Yes.
I am accepting begrudgingly that there was a decision to make any sort of punishment at all. But I just want you to know I believe 100% in my heart that I am innocent. This is strictly a matter of respecting the league equipment and maintaining a level of professional decorum. But I would be remiss if I did not point out that 2 members of the league, Mr. Ryan Whitney and Mr. Biz Nasty, both engaged in multiple unsanctioned flips and potentially reckless behavior regarding the ball and cup. When asked about that incident in comparison to Mr. Clancy's, Commissioner Ryan responded, quote, "Well, that was just a good time." In the spirit of consistency and justice, how can one man be suspended for actions which had no malice and no consequences and did not disrespect the commissioner's office when the other players were afforded the same leeway? In both instances, Mr. Clancy's passionate response to the heat of the moment and the great Whitney Nasty showdown of 2018, the excitement and emotion that this game can inspire were put on display. He is asking that the suspension be reduced to 0 days. Wow. And that the second offense be expunged from his record. Clearly a passionate player like myself, who has a bullseye on his back from less capable competitors, I cannot be reasonably expected to operate under the overbearing weight of another witch hunt that might come my way, resulting in a lifetime ban.
Let me start where you're wrong. So, the ball and cup, you are aware that it has a crack in the side of it. You are a longtime member of the league.
I
You were
touched
there
that ball
at
and
its
cup more than
inception.
anybody.
You do. You know every nook and cranny of this ball and cup. So you, of all people, should know that any sort of moving or violent movements with the ball and cup risks.
I mean, can we get like a fucking scientist in here? Because I flipped the string. I didn't bend the stick. But at no point was the fracture in the stem even slightly jeopardized.
You cannot be whipping the ball and cup around like that. And anyone who
Is
sees
it
that,
the,
it
is
was
it the
all,
crack or is it the string?
It's the crack.
If the
It's
string
the
was
crack.
fraying, I would understand.
You know.
The temper tantrums again.
Could you get him out of here?
I wish I could kick him out right now, but I can't.
It's unbelievable.
He's got the
As
camera.
the commissioner, you let these people
shouldn't
run
be
him
allowed
up.
to
Yeah,
I'm working.
You shouldn't be allowed to speak on the
Stool
microphone.
scenes, not on this fucking
You're
radio
doing temper
program.
tantrums. I'm just concerned for
And
safety.
as far as Wit and Biz Nasty go, they are not actual members of the league because they are not in the office every day and playing every single day. And I think I would argue that content that we got out of that Stool scenes is some of the best content we've had.
Exactly, that's what I said. In both instances, I put on display how impassioned this game can be.
Your performances before that, when you were actually making it, what you missed yesterday was what was putting asses in the seats. It wasn't you throwing temper tantrums after you missed. That is why. Them throwing temper tantrums that day was good content, and they're not in the office every day, so they don't run the risk of doing that.
I mean,
it
sounds
the
like
competitors,
which way is the wind blowing?
No. The competitors of this league seeing you do that maybe sets a precedent for them to be like, oh, we can just do whatever we want. That's why the suspension was levied, because we gotta, what was I gonna say?
Set a precedent.
We gotta set a precedent
Jared,
of behavior, that behavior will not be tolerated with the ball and cup equipment because there is a crack in the side of it.
I mean, the overwhelming public response has been that there was at no point.
Well, then all the people in
jeopardy.
this ball and cup league should be lucky that I don't play mine in the court of public opinion, because I do it internally with myself and my
I
thoughts.
would hope internally with yourself and your thoughts and your moral compass, you would understand that if you set a precedent that you could be suspended for multiple days for what I did, which is objectively harmless, that's bad for the league. I mean, Trent, I just want to let you know that people are calling for a clown nose T-shirt of you right now.
Oh no!
There are photoshops. There are photoshops of Trent right now with a red nose on his face.
You know what?
I'm just putting that out there.
No.
Heavy lays the crown. That's what I would say. I got to make tough decisions. It's my league. I'm the commissioner. If the peasants who are on the outside looking in are going to make a clown T-shirt, then let them go ahead.
Goodell
it's not
says
going to
the same-
affect.
That's, hey, you're right. Goodell says the same.
It's
thing.
not going to affect the way that I rule my league.
What's your fucking ruling?
My ruling is that the suspension is upheld.
Oh,
you are the
yes!
suspension,
Oh,
and it's
I don't even get the reduction.
Dave, you don't get the reduction. You get no reduction. 2 days.
Oh, no, that's a crazy
You're
precedent.
sitting on the sideline.
Jared, that's a
That
crazy
is-
precedent.
I
Everybody appeals down.
Yes.
That's reckless.
No, that's not reckless.
It is.
That's-
it is.
that's
I'm
reckless.
unbiased here, Trent. You know that. You know that I'm a big fan. I'm a big supporter of the commissioner.
We drink
That
whole milk
was
together on the
crazy.
weekend.
We did whole milk, but I think for the most part, the precedent that you're setting here today is a bad one for the league.
Let me tell you the precedent I set if I go down to a 1-game suspension. People are like, oh, we got a soft marshmallow commissioner.
No, you set the precedent of just level-headed behavior. I didn't come out. I didn't throw a fucking dolly around Conor McGregor style. I issued a formal statement asking to be reduced down to 1, even though I think it should be reduced down to 0. You meet the guy halfway, Commissioner. I am hereby filing an official grievance against Ben Freeman, heretofore referred to as YP, and Ken Jack, heretofore referred to as Ken Jack because I don't know his real name. Over the last 10 days, during the unprecedented streak, I've been the victim of anonymous harassment and public scrutiny, which, where was the commissioner on that one?
That's true.
Where were you protecting me on that one?
That
when I was being harassed, I was having anonymous notes placed on my desk daily during the streak.
Yeah.
All I did, I quietly persevered. The commissioner was nowhere to be found. The way they were behaving yesterday, and you admitted this, that was detrimental to my career. By the way, that is the definition of tampering. So I hereby am filing a grievance for tampering. I am being asked that YP and Ken Jack are both suspended for 1 day.
I will take your grievance in, I will review it, and I will have an answer for you in the coming days.
I'm told that Kevin Clancy is still suspended. The suspension was upheld.
It was.
No, flip the cup. He didn't even reduce it, Brett. Brett is a true man of honor. He's competing directly against me, and even he says this ruling is bullshit.
It's horseshit.
It's horseshit.
Brett in his all blues.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their
The
opinion.
Navy J crew.
Watch
with the
out!
blue
Don't
checker
don't
underneath.
touch the cup with your thumb there.
Brett, he is perfectly within his rights right now as he holds the stick, holding that quad.
Remember, careful.
The
what you
hand
do
trembling
afterwards.
just a bit, trying to steady
Going for 5 here.
What?
What?
Brett,
Wait,
I believe in a form of protest, just gave up his shot.
I will not have Kevin Clancy, the bash brother of the league, be slandered like this in the BICL.
Wow.
Sir!
Wow.
Sir! That is...
Brothers in arms.
Brothers in arms!
That's how you do it. That man right there had a chance at immortality.
Yeah, he did.
Only one other man has ever had 5 in a row, and he turned that shit down because of you.
You would have to reconsider a suspension at this point. I mean, the league.
Get out of here.
The top stars in the league, it's turning into an overall. Just
I will
backlash.
not reconsider my suspension.
There
I
might-
don't care how many people
I mean, at what point
lay
do we
down the
strike?
ball and
At what
cup.
point do we strike?
Who?
You
You,
know
and
what?
Brett and Jared?
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck, dude. Strike. You're already suspended.
Let's see who's watching the BICL
Oh, you're
when
already
YP's
suspended.
flipping.
You
You're already
do
suspended.
whatever you feel necessary, but the ball and cup league will continue to roll on.
The same way it did before you, in a very fair, honest, fun manner.
Oh!
Again,
Get
this
out of my
league's a fraud.
studio.
What the fuck just happened?
True colors came out there. Just broke the commissioner plate. That's just, I mean...
Mental midget, everything me and Ken Jack said just
Unbelievable.
got proved right. Look at him. He's got no temper.
Hit me with the fucking stone
No
cold glass,
mentality.
please.
Nah,
This is some
Stone
fucking
Cold
attitude
plays
or
out
a
here.
bullshit.
That's true.
I just want to set the scene for you from what I just
That was the biggest mistake they've ever made.
That was the biggest mistake you've ever made.
They've ever made.
You made.
I mean, I'm gonna offer you something right now. I'm gonna offer you position as the commissioner of my new ball and cup league. I just want you.
I refuse. I don't want it. I don't want the job.
Guess what? There's only gonna be one in town.
No.
So I just want you to know that it's either this or nothing, because my league is going to dominate yours.
No, that's
Okay.
false. That's false.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna let you sleep on that, even though you're very brashly denying it right now. I think by tomorrow, you might want to take me up on that. I also have a question.
This guy can't get enough.
Where can I get a ball cup?
My Aunt Pat, is my Aunt Pat gonna give one to you? Probably not.
I said I need a poor person in Iowa to give me one of these things.
After I show Aunt Pat what you did, she's not gonna give you one.
Stool Scenes episode 94. We'll see you on Friday. You know which side he wants. Oh yeah.
I'm glad we got that on tape because that was the most loose Pete's ever been in this office.
Oh yeah, Pete, chew it up.
Delicious.